6 o'clock club.
I think we thought it was a good idea to have a catch up and a debrief regarding the recent pitches. What's your thought based on the feedback we received, the email, and then I printed our roadmap for the next 6 months. Is something that we discussed back in December or January. I just want us to have a look at this and validate or confirm or modify it, and then we'll allocate like internally and execute this roadmap as planned.
She might say, well, I picked because they make great cheese and we might make better cheese, but she didn't know that. And if we get to the real crux of what that decision was, we'll know that we've got to really lift that up. If we're confident that we're going to get certain levels of engagement, we downplay that a little bit because we want to discover some things about the brand first, then we upplay it next time around if that's what was really floating their boat with someone else. It gets to that sort of thing. But
we walk through where our proposal as structure makes sense strategically. I think the issue is going there and saying, it's indicative. We need to put our balls on the table and say, okay, with this budget, that's what you can do. That's what we can do for you.
Anything that says you don't deliver enough or you're too expensive is just a failure to communicate value. It's not about I don't think it's about trying to show that you capture more data so you can demonstrate more engagement metrics and measures that light this up. It's about saying what that gets for you and what it's going to do, outcomes.
And I agree. Yeah. And like when I read the feedback from like the email from Claire, for example, saying the reach is small, the first thing I'm thinking is your customer segment is 3 million people worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay. So the quality of our reach, our reach number is good quality reach.
Yeah.
Because yes, I can have 60 million reach. Yeah. But what's the point?
Exactly. It's not Coronation Street Days, and if it was Coronation Street Days, then it would cost them £1 million for the airtime of that 1 30-second ad. But it's broadcast scattergun media, and maybe we need to really demonstrate the value of you reaching an engaged audience, people that are interacting already. Our influencers have high audience engagement levels from their audiences. They're into your subject matter, they're into your products, or products of a similar kind of yours, maybe your competitors' products, and you want to get in there. So it's just bringing back to the value of what we're doing. And maybe that shows that the other reason why that might be thrown up, you don't reach enough, is because there's a few things missing from our offering. So it might be the case that we do need to show, well, part of that is these micro-influencers over here that do this, and there's some more detail around the influencers, a more careful selection of the influencers that we're presenting to people. So it could be a facet of missing elements from the proposition, but usually it's a facet of just not communicating the real quality of the offering, where you can play a 0.5% conversion rate upside if you really want to show fantastic sales and say, well, your website didn't convert at that thing. It's way below the industry average. If you want to suddenly drive a lot of sales, maybe you need to invest in user experience on your website, your landing page design, the content that's up there.
That's what we tell them, like the gaming clients. We can't guarantee downloads because we don't control the user experience, but we can guarantee clicks.
So it's almost unchallengeable for a brand if you go in and say, well, influencer marketing campaigns in the drink sector, they have, if we're driving people to a retail outlet like Majestic online to buy products, they would have a 2% conversion. Well, we don't get that. Okay. Maybe you need to work on that.
Positioning, because you can go and say we use all the budget into influencer marketing. Why? Because we know we're going to achieve it. We know that you guys are going to become our long-term partner. That's a different positioning than saying, actually we are investing everything because we want to test it. Because we want to test it. Because we're unsure, that's the same action, but the message is completely different. One is confidence, is yes, I'm going to break some legs. The second one is is unsure, indicative, again, in the air, and we want to stop that. We need to be a little bit more bold.
Suddenly runs out right in front of me. All the
Hello.
questions are waiting.
How are you doing?
Because
I've been
I was so
better.
bumpy, I couldn't control
I
it.
spent the whole
I
night
was kind of going
in
out.
bed with ridiculous pain. Pain brings out the worst in you. So I'm not a saint. Promise you I'm not. So now I'm here getting another dose of the good stuff. Although I feel better now. Yeah, I don't know what my body's doing. It's just weird that my knee and my ankle for some reason decided to just like be so friggin' painful, and the rest was alright. It's just I don't quite understand what's going on. Getting another dose of this stuff, and I'm here with my brother and the Frenchie, and that's it. Nothing else to report. It's really starting to get to my head though now. So yeah, pain brings out the worst in you, I promise you. When you're in pain, you just,
Gonna kill everyone.
yeah, it was just, you can ask Francesca. But I had a pretty horrible night.
Horrible night.
What happened?
What happened? I've been
happened?
beaten up. I'm still alive.
Got bruises.
Bruises, blood, full of
The
blood.
house is a mess.
The
He's ruined
He
everything.
shot on my bed. Again.
I'm gonna peel on people's beds.
I didn't shit
Come
on my
on.
bed. So I wanted to ask, for tomorrow, we want to shoot a Q&A. If you've got any questions on anything, it'd be amazing if you pop them into the comments. Entrepreneurship, what is it like to build a team, win new clients, some of the setbacks, some of the successes, some of the challenges the business is facing. And the thing is that I think we've been given we've been giving you a high level view of what's going on in the office, but really the point of the channel is to dig a little bit deeper. But instead of us just kind of picking stuff that may or may not interest you, what we really want to do is start a dialogue with you guys. So let us know in detail what we can do to answer your questions. It could be, how do you get into an influencer or social agency? It could be, what are our clients kind of struggling with the most at the moment? It could be kind of what is the long-term vision for the business? It could be anything. And we'll get the guys to answer those questions and give you a little bit more granularity on what they're working on. So please don't be shy. Let us know what you find interesting and what you would like us to talk about or don't. If there's no comments,
If there's no, we're just gonna
we should
quit.
just
We're gonna,
quit.
We're gonna
Let's just shut
That's
the
it.
channel down.
That's it. We're shutting it down.
Should we shut?
No, you should never ask it. You're just gonna go.
Maybe that was a little bit verbose, but look, it means a lot to us. We're really trying. Isaac is working his butt off. Francesca is working super hard. That's Francesca G, a social media manager. Get her to say hi as well.
I will do.
Yeah, we're really trying to do something valuable here and build that audience. So if you have been watching and you haven't commented, it would mean the world if you would just kind of write something and let us know so we can kind of adjust it and bring you value, because I think there's a lot of really interesting stuff happening.
There is.
And we just need to kind of tickle that out. So yeah, that was my attempt to illustrate that. It's been